We absolutely love when chefs bring flavors from their home countries here to Colorado. It just makes our state taste so much better, don't you think? Today we are with Chef Luis from Necio in Denver. Chef, thank you so much for being with us today. Tell me about this beautiful plate of tacos. Gosh, you can never go wrong with the taco, and you prepared two of the most colorful, beautiful tacos that I have ever seen.
That's right. Well, first, thank you for having me. It was my pleasure being here. Yeah, I brought two of my tacos. They're actually my favorite tacos as well. Pork, you can never go wrong with pork, and that's actually really cheap and economic for everybody.
Of course.
So it makes it more affordable just to mess around with in the kitchen. But here are my pastor tacos. I make my own marinade. So a good fact is that I get my own chile guajillo from Mexico.
Wow.
So it comes from Zacatecas, to be more exact. That's where I'm from. So my family sends me over the dried chili I already crushed up, and that's what I use for my restaurant.
Oh my gosh, so he is literally bringing those flavors from where you grew up as a little boy, and your family's sending you those chilies so you can use them in your cuisine.
That's right, yeah, it's pretty
cool. Here in Denver.
Yeah.
It doesn't get more authentic than that for us. So thank you, first of all, for sharing these incredible flavors with us. Tell me a little bit about where you grew up in Mexico.
Well, yeah, so I'm from central of Mexico. I actually was born and raised in Mexico. I came here for middle school for 7th grade.
Okay.
So I came here knowing no English, not having no friends. So my first year was kind of rough, but then I had a few requirements for school, so I had to just keep up with it. So luckily, when I started high school, I was playing sports, and they had a culinary arts program that, as part of no requirements for extra credit classes, I like to get involved in. So that's where I kind of like was just getting involved a little bit in food here, but at the same time in Mexico, where I'm from, we've always kind of had the farm to table experience, which is pretty cool. Because when I was a little boy, we would be the ones farming our own beans, corn. We had chickens, we had goats to make birria, we had pigs, we had pretty much whatever we wanted to have that day. So it was cool. So first of all, this taco, we always had it for the most part. This and carnitas.
Yes.
So carnitas are always my favorite. And I'm also going to be doing Top Taco this year.
Congratulations. So, we're excited to see you in
I'm
Top Taco.
It's a harder choice to do because there's so many good tacos. So I'm still debating which taco I'm going to do for Top Taco.
I think this one.
But you guys are going to see us there for sure.
I think people can vote right now and say this looks like a winning taco to me. You know, here at Colorado Pork, we really love to showcase what people do in their culture with pork. It is so versatile across the board. And we like to show people like tacos or different dishes that you can prepare with pork, but also we love to explore the different traditions that people have. And you said you would raise pigs as a kid, and that was kind of the way of life for you.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy because now that I think about it, with one pork, if you would break it down into portions, like we would have a pastor tacos, and then we would have chicharrón, and then we would even make tamales out of the head.
Right.
And we would just make a lot of stuff, and we would kind of use most of it. And now that I think about it, it was just like a great learning experience.
Well, Chef, you're speaking our language because you're using the whole animal. We love when people use the whole animal.
I get excited to go back, because now that I go back and I get to teach them a little bit about it, like there was some leftover meat that over here they ground it up and use it like for chorizo, ham and all that stuff. So it's pretty crazy and pretty cool.
And pretty cool that you're carrying these traditions along from now for generations to come. Tell me about your involvement with the Hispanic Restaurant Association, because I've seen you at some of those events, and you are cooking up a storm over there, and you're really having fun being in the moment with all your fellow chefs.
Yeah, so I've been part of the association for about 2 to 3 years now, and I was part of the first ever Hispanic Top Chef competition.
Wow.
It was hosted at the MSU, and I happened to be there for the first place appetizer, second place overall. But it was a great learning experience, and I was the youngest competitor, so I was happy with my accomplishment.
How has being a part of the HRA kind of helped you learn and grow?
Well, as their slogan is, educate and elevate.
Of course.
So like I've been hanging around with a lot of people who know their knowledge, so they're always trying to like educate the younger community, the younger generation of younger chefs, especially Hispanic, as a Hispanic chef. So I like it how they focused on the Younger Hispanics Association, where they're helping now get their name out there when they're still starting up, especially because they're Hispanic.
Yeah.
So we're not competing with any other bigger chains. That's what I like about it, that they focused on growing the Hispanic community and especially showcasing the Hispanic chefs.
You have a lot
especially I'm one of them. Thank you for having me today.
Well, there's a lot of great brothers and sisters that you have out there in this very industry, kind of coaching you, helping you along the way, teaching you their traditions and sharing their authentic dishes with you. And
yeah, that's right. Yeah,
when we see chefs collaborate, flavor explosions start happening, right? All across our city. We can try them where you are at Necio, and at Top Taco this year as well.
Yeah, I hope it goes well. Hope to see you guys there.
Oh, good luck to you, and thank you for sharing your story with us. It kind of makes us feel like we get to know you on a different level. We get to know your flavors and your food because now we know where you came from.
Yeah, and what got me more into like the gastronomy into it was I studied at MSU 2 years of restaurant management.
Wow.
And I completed a course of culinary arts at Emily Griffith as well. So I happen to be a little bit more involved into the business side of it as well.
Yes.
Through those courses, so it has helped out a lot.
Look at all this Colorado Proud education happening right here.
A little bit of that.
A little bit. Well, we are so grateful that you are here in our state making these magical dishes for us to eat. Chef, thank you so much. Follow our journey with us at COPork.org and be sure to visit us on social media at Colorado Pork Producers Council.